Self-care, the most overused phrase of the decade. Bubble bath, scented candle, a perfect flat lay of tea, and a book that most probably you never finish. Cute? Yes. Self-care? Not always. Here's the thing. A lot of things that we call self-care is a self-sabotage in a good lighting. It's a procrastination of emotions in a silk pyjama, and sometimes cruelty, because it convinces you to avoid the very things that makes you human. I'm Nahid. I'm a senior practitioner in positive psychology, and today I'm going to talk to you about few ways that self-care can actually sabotage your life. So stay with me to the end of this video. Self-care industry adores affirmation. I'm limitless, I'm powerful, I'm detached, I don't care, I'm strong. But use it in a wrong day. It's just like shooting against a storm. I know it because I experienced it. During one of my hardest periods of my life, I told myself, be strong. I'm okay. When I was not okay, I put strength like a lipstick and I started to smile through it. But here's the truth. You don't need to be always okay. You are allowed to be broken. The real care means saying, I'm not okay, and that's okay. As Carl Jung said, what you resist will persist. And resisting grief, sadness, loss, heartbreak, it doesn't erase it. It drives it underground and until it shows up somewhere in your physical body or in your mental health. Another self-care trap is using self-care as avoidance. I need self-care day. I can't face it today. I'm in a process of self-care. Translation, I'm avoiding that email, that harsh conversation, that scary decision. The irony, real self-care is not avoidance. It's opposite of avoidance. It's facing that scary thing. It's facing that conversation because your future self needs it. Sometimes the bravest self-care is sending that email, is sitting and facing the conversation and ripping off that band-aid. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And honestly, avoidance only feeds imagination until the fear grows bigger and bigger. My least favorite one is when someone tells you, loss is universal. It's a part of life. So be strong. Yes, loss is universal. So is grief. Grief is not optional. Science even gives you the stage. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then it comes acceptance. You can't skip grief because it's universal. Telling someone to skip grief, be strong after death of a loved one, heartbreak, divorce, sadness, is just like telling someone to stop breathing because oxygen is universal. And the most terrible one is when people are dressed in wisdom. Don't attach. Be free. Move on. It's not enlightenment. It's erasing humanity. Real care doesn't erase grief. It helps you through it. When you avoid your pain, you shrink your ability to sit with others. If you can't face your own grief, you can't sit with others. And what is left is a world full of self-caring people that are unable to actually care for one another. And that's make a society careless, lonely, and without caring for each other. A society that is completely handicapped in emotions. Viktor Frankl put it perfectly. What is to give light must endure burning. That's what self-care industry knows it very well. That's why there is always another gadget, another healing in bottle, another decluttering, another book about let go, don't care. But you can't declutter your mind and your grief as you declutter your wardrobe. You can't buy healing in bottle. That's not self-care. That's commerce. That's selling you lollipop. So here's the definition of self-care. Self-care is not about avoidance. It's about staying human enough to feel your grief, to talk about it, and expect help. It's not avoidance. It's not forced positivity. It's not consumer therapy. It's to stay human, to feel it, to care, to understand that you are allowed to be broken, to grieve, to allow yourself to be messy and expect help. Otherwise, it's not self-help, it's self-sabotage. But before you leave, here is the line of mine that you can carry. Comfort that erases humanity is not care, it's sedation. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to share with me your experience with self-help and self-care, your experience with grief. And until next time, let's be human. Let's keep being human. See you next week. Goodbye.